back at Angkor Wat. I think this is my 4th visit in a couple of years. Beautiful every time we come.
This main temple was built almost 900 years ago by King Varman II. It was the first Hindu temple for Vishnu and later became a Buddhist temple, which it still is today. The moment you cross the causeway, you can see us crossing the causeway there, over the moat, you feel tiny. The towers rise up like something out of a dream, and every wall is covered in detailed carvings, warriors, gods, legends, you name it. My favourite part? Well, if you get here at sunrise, which I've done before, which I didn't do this time, the towers reflect perfectly into the moat there, just in front, that we just walked past, and the sky burns all shades of pink and gold. It's the kind of view you could stare at for hours. Grassed area here was very relaxing. We just chilled here for about half an hour. Then as you go into the inner temple, you're just hit with so many carvings on the walls. I mentioned before on the outside, but on the inside there's just so much. Warriors, gods, legends. I don't even know if the Khmer's actually a lot of the history's been lost. You can see here that tower rises up in the inner chamber. There's I think there was 4 pools there. Apparently the pools on the lower level have been used by the more commoner people to bathe and for religious ceremonies, and up the top where I am now, and that's a fair way up. So I don't, you can imagine how much effort it took to build that. It's been closed for a couple of years for renovations. It's pretty high up. There's 4 pools there. Apparently the royal family used those for bathing and purification. Awesome views. There's a closer look at the pools there. Angkor Wat had a system of canals all through it. It was highly irrigated. They grew lots of crops. It's beautiful up the top there. We're heading out of the main temple now through one of the gates. I did talk in another video about all these gates and how they related to Angkor Wat, but I won't say anything now because we're coming to the Bayon Temple. As we go around it, this one's completely different. You can see it there. Instead of tall towers, you've got these giant smiling stone faces everywhere you look. There's over 200 of them. Some people say they're the face of the king who built it. Now, it's a different king. I'm not sure if I pronounced the name right, but it was Varman VII. Either way, they have this calm, peaceful expression that kind of follows you around as you go around or you decide to walk through. The carvings are also amazing, not just gods and battles, but little slices of life from back in the day. The tuk-tuk driver actually told me on a previous trip that there's a picture of a dinosaur there, but I haven't seen that yet. We'll go and pass the king. I'm not sure what king, but he housed his 12 wives there in separate houses. You can see those there. There was one big one for the main queen, I think, and then there was 11 others. I wonder why he kept them separate. The little village we're travelling to now in Angkor Wat, it's famous for a Khmer cake called Nom Agal Kanaut. Very nice. You get I think 9 of those in a little box that you can keep and use those later. And I think they're only $2.50. It's made with rice. It's got coconut in the middle, like it's a liquid form of coconut, and they give you coconut on top as well. Beautiful. I'd probably eat a packet of those every week. That scarf I've got around my shoulders is called a Khmer. It's a traditional Khmer scarf. They wear it obviously over their heads and shoulders, and they even use it to carry food around. I'm not sure if they've all got the badges, and it's got a flag of Cambodia with Cambodia written on it, and then it's like on a badge. I'm not sure if that's just a tourism thing, or most of them have those. We're just driving through, and we're going to the tree temple now. Yeah, it's quite scenic, beautiful. Grass is green. Not much traffic. I I just had to make sure my hair didn't blow away. As usual, I'm laughing at my own jokes, but someone's got to. I'll start talking about the next temple, Phrohm, the tree temple, and I'll just leave the sound on the video as we get into it. That's probably my favourite temple. I've been there a number of times before. This is the one if you've seen the old movie Tomb Raider, that's the one where they film part of Tomb Raider scenes in there. There's massive, huge trees literally growing through the walls. It looks like they've left it mostly as it was found, so the jungle's kind of claimed it back. It's wild. You see massive roots. When we get in there, you'll see this. You'll see massive roots wrapped around doorways. Stones are cracked and tilted. Somehow the place still feels strong. Standing there, it feels like you're hearing whispers of history and the slow heartbeat of the jungle, both at the same time. We just walked past. There's some disabled guys there playing some music. It's nice if you just on the way in and on the way out, different entrance, different exit. It's nice if you just give them a little bit of money as we're there to support them. We're just on the outside there. We're about to go on the inside. You can see that. Pretty soon, you think that's massive. Pretty soon you'll see massive trees with roots everywhere. When we're taking photos, it's hard to get the whole tree in. So the one of the guides that are in there, they were probably the most helpful than any temple. They showed us, or one of them in particular, and we were there the last time we went there last year. They showed us how to set the camera to cinematic, I think, so we can get the whole tree in. Very helpful. They followed it. They helped us around. They weren't overbearing, and we just gave them $5 at the end. So that's just 3 of the many temples at Angkor Wat, but honestly, each one has its own magic. Angkor Wat is all about grandeur and perfection. Bayon has mystery and charm, and Phrohm is pure adventure. If you ever get the chance to come to Cambodia, do it. Pictures are great, but nothing beats standing here in person.